Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we will be doing some delicious, spicy shrimp enchiladas. I kind of almost forgot what I was making, y'all. That's why it take a second. Enchiladas. So here I go with my ingredients. I have some milk. I have my shells, cheese, Mexican chili, cayenne pepper, and I have my fresh ingredients. I have, let's see if I can move this all out of the way. Okay. For my fresh ingredients, I have my tomatoes, garlic, jalapenos, onions, limes. I have spinach. I have black pepper. I have my cornstarch, sour cream, my whole cumin seeds, and of course, my white shrimp, which I'm going to peel and devein and season. So, let's go, you guys. Alrighty guys, so I have deveined and deshelled my shrimp, and I've also dried them. I've put them on a baking pan or a baking, whatever dish you have to bake in. It's just I spread them out as much as I can. I'm going to put a little bit of coconut oil on them because I'm going to actually roast my shrimp. So just a tad bit of coconut oil. You can use whatever oil you like. Coconut is just what I use because it's healthier. I explain that in a lot of my videos. I like coconut oil. So then I'm going to season my shrimp with my cayenne pepper. You can season your shrimp any order you want. This is just what's closer to me at the moment. So that's why I grabbed it first. Black pepper. Our salt. Cumin seeds. And our chili powder. My oven on 350. I am going to pop these in the oven and let them cook. Alrighty, so I just put my shrimp in my oven, and my oven is on 350. I'm going to go into my shrimp or pink, make our white cream sauce for our enchiladas. I have my oil in my pot that's heating up. Of course, you guys know I use my handy dandy Luana coconut oil. I've chopped up my onions. I've chopped up garlic and my jalapenos. Those are diced up as small or as big as you like them to be. I got them in little bite sizes. Let's see if I can show you little bite sizes. All my pieces are the same. And now I'm just going to add them to my heated pan. And we're going to cook these down until the jalapenos are soft. Alright, so my onions, jalapenos, and garlic has softened up. I guess I'd say a bunch. Because you go and you get the little bunches, you cut off the end stems, just leaving the leaves, and we're just going to add that to our pot also. And let that cook down. Alrighty, as I'm cooking my spinach down, as you guys can tell, that one bunch is not going to be that much. It's going to cook down real good. And become a little to nothing. You can always add more spinach. You can always use less spinach. I'm also about to add one whole tomato that I had diced up. Add a little water to the pot. As you guys know, tomatoes are very juicy. They contain a lot of water. So the spinach, it will wilter down to a little bit of nothing. So don't be afraid to add more spinach if you need. Or if you like tomatoes, add more tomatoes. So I'm going to let that cook down. And we'll be back. So we're going to cook our spinach down until they're wilted. And our tomatoes, as you can tell, are gotten a little soft also. You see some of the skin starting up. That's how we know it's softened up. Alrighty, so when we get the spinach and tomatoes to the texture that we need it to be, we're just going to add our handy dandy milk. Remember, you're making a cream sauce and also the stuffing that's going to go inside of the enchiladas. So you're going to pour enough milk where it's enough for your enchiladas. However many enchiladas you're making, it's how much milk you need to pour into it. And now we're just gonna let that all simmer together. Once we get this to a nice boil, then we're gonna add our seasonings. So I'll be back when it starts boiling. Alright, I got a nice little burl going on my sauce. So now I'm gonna season it. I'm gonna season it with basically most of the things I season my shrimp with, like my chili powder. The whole kimono seeds, my cayenne pepper, a little bit of sour cream, black pepper, and my salt. Don't be afraid to salt it, because it did have tomatoes in there. It do have spinach in there that was not seasoned. So don't be afraid to season your sauce now and really good. Don't be afraid to taste your sauce so you know how much seasoning to put. I'm going to mix mine up first. And then I will taste the seasoning. Why? Mix it up, guys. I mean, you're not going to really know what it tastes like if you don't mix it up. So mix it up and taste it. Don't be afraid. Y'all, that's good. That's really good. Just need a little bit more salt in there for me. This is my taste buds, you guys. That's why I don't like to tell you how much seasoning to put. Just gonna sauce Cholula hot sauce. I did not have that in the beginning, but I love this, especially when it comes to my Spanish food. I love Cholula. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that. Let that mix up. Alrighty, as you guys can tell, the color has changed now because of your chili powder, your cayenne pepper, your black pepper. That helped change the color of it, right? And because you had tomatoes in there. As you guys can see, this is really watery. We don't want it that watery. We need it a little thick, right? So that's when our handy dandy cheese and cornstarch is going to come into handy. So that's what we're going to do now. We don't want our curl shells soggy, right? So I got some delicious mozzarella cheese. I'm just going to add about half a pack to it. The other half will go on top as a garnish. And that should almost immediately start thickening up. Make sure the cheese is getting through everything and all through that. And if it's still not as thick as you need it to be, we're just gonna make a cornstarch slurry. This time we're making a cornstarch slurry with milk because that's what we're using. We're not using water. So we're gonna make milk and cornstarch. We're gonna put that together, mix it up really good, and add that to our. And then we're just gonna mix that up and let that thicken it up also. Yeah, there it goes. Look at that, y'all. Y'all see that? That's the consistency we need. When you add the cornstarch, if it gets too thick, no fear. More milk is here. You're gonna add a little more milk to it, that's all. And thin it out. Alrighty. Of course, we should have taken our shrimp out and put them aside by now. Now it's time to start assembling the quesadillas. So to assemble my quesadillas, I'm using the exact same pan that I used to cook the shrimp in. I like to take some of my sauce and put it at the bottom of my bowl. So remember, I do have the same baking dish that I used to cook my shrimp in, right? I have my delicious homemade spinach white cream sauce. I have my shrimp that has been roasted, right? And my shells. So I'm going to take my shells. And I also have my oven. My oven is on 350. It's preheating. Just take and put some shrimp inside my corn tortillas and a little bit of my sauce. I'm just going to gently fold them over, roll them up, and then put it in my dish tray. And I'm going to do that until my dish tray is filled. If you want, you can fry the enchilada shells first with a little bit of oil. That'll help them not crack so much when you're rolling them. But since I am going to just bake them anyway, I am not worried about that. And I'm going to put sauce on top, which is going to stop them from even seeing that they broke in half. So that's why I'm not worried about that extra step. But if you want to stop the cracks, you can gently fry your corn shells, or you could have just used flour shells. I like the texture of the corn. I'm going to try to pack them in as tight as you can. Tightly as packed as you can in there. As I said, some of them are going to crack. I don't know if y'all can see, they're starting to crack a little. I do not mind. Some people may. I do not. I'm just going to fill the tray up like that. Alright. After you fill your tray up, you're just going to take some of your sauce. I like to make sure I have a lot of that spinach in my sauce when I'm pouring it. And you're just going to pour it on top. When you pour that sauce on top, I like to just get a good line of it, because it's going to start traveling all up and down the enchiladas anyway. So we're going to just use our sauce and our cheese, and it's going to cover up the fact that we've broken some of them, or that some of them broken up. And, you know, the more you need, the more covered up, the more cheese you put in that section, right? So this is my mozzarella cheese. I'm just going to layer it on top, as much cheese as you want, as much cheese as you don't want. This can all be changed to vegan options by cutting out the shrimp, adding more veggies, and using a vegetarian cashew cheese. And I use half of this cheese inside of my sauce, and I'm using the other half on top. Just a dab of more. This is just for color. I'm putting it on top right there. And I'm going to throw this into the oven and let this cook. We're going to put it in the oven for a little bit, and then we're going to put it on boil on high to let it crisp up. And we'll be back. I suggest you wait at least 2 to 3 minutes before you cut it. But there we have it, our spicy, creamy shrimp enchiladas. Just how you like it tonight.